I'm sure you've asked yourself the question, who am I? Why am I here? Some of you might remember the chuckles that Admiral Stockdale elicited when he began his opening remarks in the vice presidential debate in 1992 with these very questions. Who am I? What am I doing here? And then, quite interestingly, he began to answer them by stating what he is not. Isn't it easier for us in many ways to define what we're not rather than by defining what we are? In the last election, many people voted for Joe Biden, not because they supported him, but because they wanted anyone in the White House but Trump. You ask your child when they're bored, what do they want to do? And they'll have no idea, but they can clearly articulate what they don't want to do. It's easier to say what you're not rather than saying what you are, or saying nothing at all. In the Bible, we find that it's made very, very clear who and what Jesus is again and again. And in the 13th and 14th chapters of Luke's Gospel, we find him showing very clearly that he's Lord over both the physical and over the spiritual realms. In fact, Luke goes on to make it clear that he is individually, specifically, and corporately Lord of you and Lord of me. Now, if that's true, then that gives us the beginning of a sense of who we really are. And it means that we can start to define ourselves positively rather than negatively, rather than not at all. If he's Lord of me and he's Lord of you, then that means that we belong to him. And one of the beautiful things about that statement is that he's promised to those who belong to him that will have in him life in all its fullness. In other words, in him we'll become what we're meant to be. In other words, in him we'll find our true identity.